Hello and welcome to the Douglasville Impact Community Podcast, where we try to bring you all the information about everything going on in and around the Douglasville community. Thank you for joining us today. This is our second episode, episode 2. We're filming on February 26th of 2019, and we have a great show ahead of you, a lot of stuff going on coming up. So let's go ahead and introduce everyone at the table. I'm Jason Post. Immediately to my left is Mr. Aaron Sarowitz.
Hello.
And Miss Kellie Hunter.
Hello.
And then joining us in our fourth seat today is our Executive Director of the Keep Douglasville Beautiful program, Ms. Jan Weeks.
Hello.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We had a great show, our first episode. Turned out really well. It doesn't seem like it's been 2 weeks. We're going to try our best to bring a new episode every other week. So we got a regular basis coming. So you found us again today. Hopefully you enjoyed the first episode. Hopefully you left us a good review. Left us some good comments and rated the podcast, shared it out to all your friends to help us to reach more people and help us to get this information out to everyone in the community.
I think I've heard some chatter, some good comments.
Yeah, I heard some good positive feedback.
On the first show, so.
Yeah, I mean, not about me, but you guys.
No. It was a team effort for sure.
Right.
I think it went very well.
I was told I say cool too much.
Well, that's cool.
Well, like I said, when you're talking about cool stuff, it's hard not to say cool all the time.
Chan, you'll jump right in, and it's just going to feel fun because that's what we're doing is just talking about what's happening here in the city, what we do as employees, servicing our community.
Yeah, anything we got going on. So again, we would like you to find us on our website. You can go to the website and you can find the shows. You can find links to your favorite podcast streaming provider. We are officially set up on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and we're waiting to hear back from Pandora. So that should cover everybody who wants to find us. We also have it available for download directly from the website. You can go to douglasvilleimpact.com. That should get you directly to all the show listings as we put them out. And that should cover about everybody. Everybody should be able to access it one way or the other. We're also doing the video show. We're filming it, so we'll have it on our YouTube channel as well, mycitytv.com. And we'll have all that information on the website as well. So, like I said, we got a lot going on, so we're going to jump right into it, and we're going to start off with the news. So, Aaron, what do we got going on? What's been happening?
Well, yesterday we had a big 144th birthday celebration for the city. So that's February 25th. That's 144, so it's kind of the kickoff to the countdown or count up, I'm not sure, to 150. So we had cupcakes, we had singing actually yesterday, which was unscripted, I think. Yeah. But we had
that happens a lot.
We had addresses from the mayor, from the council, from some private citizens, from the county chair. That was all at the conference center yesterday. And then they also stuffed, they had the February 25th newspapers stuffed into the time capsule up there. Mm-hmm. We had some words from the council that were, written on cards and put in there and it's going to be open in 2119.
Right.
Yes, 100 years.
So 100 years from yesterday it'll be opened. So then we moved out to the plaza. We kind of gathered everyone around the fountain, and everybody was given a little penny to toss in the fountain to kind of make a wish for Douglasville for the next 100 years. And then we moved right on down to toward the Broad Street side of the plaza to kind of unveil the new plaque and where the time capsule will be buried. So.
That's the Veterans Memorial Highway side of the plaza.
I'm sorry.
We're going to have to all get used to that one.
Yeah, so. I can't figure it out. So that's not the first time, nor the last that I've made that.
We all keep doing it.
So.
It was a great celebration, though, yesterday. We had a lot of people that showed up. Miss Rainwater, who some comments and interesting facts that I'd never known about Douglasville, and I've been pretty much part of the community since 1974. So it was great. We captured a lot of that from people with video clips and them giving just little personal stories, information that they'd like for people in the future to know about us in today's present world.
Yeah, so we'll put all that on a thumb drive, and hopefully in 100 years they'll be able to read that thumb drive with all of our video clips that we recorded. And Miss Rainwater maybe gave us some ideas for the future celebration because she talked about how her father when he was mayor, rode a bull down
Front Street, I think it was called.
Whatever it was called at the time.
Yeah, right.
For the birthday celebration. I guess that was we think it was the 75th birthday celebration. So that's pretty cool. We might need to look at that for next year, or the 150th. There's one of the big birthday celebrations, huh?
I don't know that we have a mayor that would be really...
Maybe a mechanical bull.
Okay.
We can set we can set one up somewhere, I think. People would like that.
A little calf or something
horse?
small. Sheep. Little sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the... is it Willie Watkins that has the carriage?
Yeah.
Horse? That'd be neat. Something like that as well.
Right.
We'll ramp it up. I think that's the idea. Is we started last year with some little things, and then this year was a little bit bigger. I think the idea is to ramp up so that by the time we hit 150, we're going to have a huge celebration. There's going to be some kind of big, huge, massive celebration we do to celebrate our 150th birthday, which makes sense. Yeah, so
it's a big one.
Yeah, that'll be a big one. So we'll have a fun time. So go ahead and mark your calendars for 2025.
21? Well, that's the century celebration. We're talking.
Can't do math that quickly. I don't know.
We're talking 5 years out, right?
But yeah, Ms. Rainwater had some great history, and Dot Paget also was there.
She was.
She talked about being present at the Diamond Jubilee celebration as well, and stuff. So
she's kind of the official, unofficial Douglasville historian, right?
She is the official, unofficial Douglasville matriarch. Yeah, she is Ms. Douglasville.
Yeah.
And she has seen it all, I'm sure, too, through all the years.
Yep, she was telling us about the plaza being the street, and when she worked at the pharmacy there on the corner, the drugstore, and she's got all kinds of history. We got some great episodes actually where we filmed her early on talking about some of those old stories and stuff like that. You can find those on our website and stuff too. The Remember Wins with Dot, and those are great. Yeah, some great history of the downtown, and they're always funny. She has a great sense of humor, so it's not like dry old history. Dot is amazingly entertaining when you talk to her.
She's quite a young lady.
Very much so.
Yep.
Right.
All right. What else we got going on?
Well, we have the new Economic Development Lunch and Learn series that the city's putting on. The Community Development Department's actually putting this one, or putting these on. It's a 3-part series. The first one is on April 11th, and that's kind of a where to start. How do I get going in starting my business downtown, or just in the city? The second is July 11th. That's kind of an overview of the Douglasville economy, kind of as a whole, where we're at now, where we can go. And then the final one is on September 12th. And I think that's just kind of a small business support. It kind of gives you, some tools that you can use to kind of keep your business going. So those are free to attend. They all start at noon. They're all located at the Douglasville Conference Center. And I think each individual Lunch and Learn has a special kind of a guest speaker, whether it's somebody from the staff, city staff, or it could be Chris Pumphrey, the Economic Development Authority director. That was a lot to say. And just some kind of other organizations. The chamber, I think, will probably have some speakers come out and things like that. So those are free, like I said, but they need RSVPs. They can be RSVP'd to MCKOWNA@douglasvillega.gov, or by calling 678-449-3102. I feel like I just left a voicemail on someone's answering machine. But
Gotta say the phone number twice.
Oh, yeah. Once again, that's 678-449-3102.
Proper voicemail etiquette,
There you
right?
go.
Right. And these are great programs that community development puts on. Things like this. We talked last time when we had Brianna Watts on about our Main Street area and the vacancy, and how we got so many local businesses, and we don't have a huge vacancy rate because they focus so much on a lot of local businesses, building up local businesses, supporting small businesses. So these are great kind of things where if you're looking to start a new business, this is a great way to plug in and get some questions you might have answered, and learn it a little bit about what you should know before you get started. If you've already started, this is great to figure out, hey, how do we take you to the next level? So there's a lot of programs like this and a lot of classes they have to help support local businesses, local entrepreneurs, and especially those downtown businesses as well. So
that's right.
Definitely check those out. We'll have all the information on the website.
And they'll keep each session to an hour too. So
Yeah.
You know, if someone
Come to your
wants to
lunchtime.
start a business and they're working right now, they can come at lunchtime and they can be back within the hour. So
Yeah, that'd be
Have
good.
lunch and learn, right?
that's right.
We
Yes.
love a
The
lunch
name
and
says it
learn.
all.
We always show up when there's food.
Yeah.
That's great. That's good.
Excellent. All right.
So that's it for the news.
Excellent.
That's all I've
right.
got.
Thank you, Aaron. All right. But we do have a lot of events coming up. So Kellie's got our calendar in front of us. We're going to take a look at just a small snapshot of what we got coming up in the next few weeks, right?
Sure, and these are all events that we'd like to have people join us, participate in, show up at. Some of them are just small little events. Some of them are larger. So coming up on March the 1st, we have the Lending Library ribbon cutting. Now, Lending Library is the concept of kind of a mobile station where you have the ability to exchange books. So we have one set up on we call it the Breezeway or the Gap between Veterans Memorial Highway and Church Street, kind of off Plaza East there. And I think they're already set up, and so we'll be doing a ribbon cutting at 10 a.m. on March the 1st for that.
Right. And that we touched on it just a little bit the last time when Brianna was here. That's also the Dr. Seuss's birthday celebration.
right.
So they're kind of pairing that with Dr. Seuss's birthday. They're going to have some special guests. We're going to have Councilman Miller is going to be there doing some reading. There may be some other special guests there doing some
I'm
readings
sure
and
there will
stuff.
be.
So aside from it being really neat, just the whole lending library idea, they're going to have a really nice event with, we're going to have some kids come out and special guests show up doing some reading and stuff like that. So it should be a fun time just in general. I mean, everybody loves Dr. Seuss, right?
Exactly. And that area, I know our guests as we're coming up, we're going to be talking a lot about Keep Douglasville Beautiful, but they did a great job of kind of doing a beautification project there in that breezeway. So we'll also get to see their handiwork.
That's right.
Yep.
And we have more plans for the area to kind of include, some other features there. So really
Excellent.
bring that to an area that people want to come and visit and hang out in.
Nice and inviting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because
Great.
when they first, there was a building there, and they removed the building because it was old
Structurally.
and dangerous, right?
Yes.
So they took the building out, and once they took it out, it was just brick and pavers, right? Right. So Chan came in and put in nice planters with flowers and made it a little nicer. Now we're gonna have lending libraries, and then I guess some other stuff coming up. So it's
She's
gonna be a nice
teasing us.
space. Yeah.
She's teasing us. We noticed you didn't disclose everything just now, but that's
What's
great.
the fun in that?
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that coming up.
All right. Sounds good. On March the 5th, we have the Parks and Recreation Redesign meeting for the public. Those are happening, or this is the third of a series of 3 that's taking place at the Hawthorne Center at 5:30. So if you want to find out what the Parks Master Plan involves, this is your opportunity to give some input, to also see where we are in the stages of the development of that. But it's a citywide parks system, in a sense, overhaul. It's a new master plan for all of those parks to connect, have the same feel, the same sources of services to our community. So that's on March the 5th at the Hawthorne Center.
Yeah, and we talked about that again on the previous show. We talked about all the plans and stuff we've got going on. So this is an important one because it is part of the Parks Master Plan. But this one also is kind of part of the North Side redevelopment because it's focusing on the parks in that community and in that area. So I think the second meeting is actually tonight, the day we're filming at Eastside Elementary. And this will be the final meeting at Hawthorne Center to talk about Jesse Davis Park and how they are planning on connecting the parks and redesigning them and putting some cool features in. There, I did it again. I said cool.
But it is cool.
It is really
But
cool.
it is cool.
Yeah.
So see, you're not the only one saying cool.
I can't help it. So yeah, everybody's really excited. But everybody loves parks. So this is your chance to come out and have your say in what the park looks like.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. And then on March the 12th, we have the Butterfly Garden Sculpture Dedication, is how I've referred to it. But this is sponsored by Keep Douglasville Beautiful also. So, Chan, what should we officially call this event?
We are calling this sculpture a found object art sculpture. So it's a really unique piece of art that has used unusual components to build something beautiful. So we are having that at the Worthan Park at the Mayor's Monarch Pledge Butterfly Garden. It's our National Wildlife Federation demonstration butterfly garden for monarch butterflies. And that's happening on March 12th at 1:30 p.m.
Great. And she did another great job of teasing us, didn't she? Right. So you need to show up for the dedication.
Absolutely, show up. And this also is in conjunction with Cultural Arts Council with their public art initiative.
Okay.
So we're working with them and all through Douglas Unite and really bringing our community together.
So an at-large beautification project, and this is just another spicy spot and element of that then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So that's on March the 12th at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Correct.
All right. And then I want to mention we've got 2 days left. So if you're catching this podcast today or tomorrow, Downtown Love is still happening. And what that event is shop or dine local here in the downtown area. Take your receipt, fill out a form, and turn it in over at the
Chamber.
at the
Is it the
chamber.
chamber?
No,
You can
I think
turn-
it's at
I think
next
there's
door.
multiple locations because they're partners, so you can do it at the chamber, at City Hall, I believe, or
City Hall
Community
or next door
Development.
at the community development.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All these buildings and keeping up with everything,
Yeah.
but our annex next door. So you turn in your receipt with the form filled out, and then they will have the drawing on March the 4th at noon. They'll be doing a Facebook Live on their Main Street Douglasville Facebook Live account for the winner. And it's actually a double win because it's a $500 win. $250 of it goes to the actual consumer that the name is pulled out of the hat, and then $250 to the business of where they actually supported, whether it's a business or dining restaurant establishment.
Yeah.
So it's a great win-win.
Well, that's
It
an
is.
awesome program, right? I mean, we're all eating at the downtown restaurants anyway.
I'm going for lunch today. my receipt's going in, so who
You
knows?
can't help it. You walk outside lunchtime in downtown Douglasville, and the smells are just
Oh, yes.
intoxicating.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going anyway.
That's right. So make it local, and then put your receipt in for an opportunity to win $250 cash. That's nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll pay for a couple extra dinners too, right?
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
you
we can
go.
go eat more.
There you go. Keep the circle going. But that's it for events, just kind of on a short side. If you want to find out more, always visit the Douglasville website, douglasvillega.gov. Excuse me. Started to say .com, but it's .gov.
Yeah, so that's just the next few weeks. But yeah, we do have a whole calendar of events coming up that's a little farther out. So you can go ahead and visit the website and plan a little farther out, and we'll bring some more details on our next episode. All right, but thanks,
Great.
Kelly.
You're welcome.
And that brings us to our fourth seat today, which is Miss Chan Weeks with Keep Douglasville Beautiful, the award-winning Keep Douglasville Beautiful program.
Yes,
Right.
we were so fortunate to receive multiple state and national awards this year. So we are
Congratulations.
very proud of our program, very proud of those volunteers and board members and the community that made that possible, all of our business partners and all of our supporters. And we couldn't have done it without them.
Yeah. So big handout to them.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
That's-
Yeah.
You have a great board and a great group of volunteers that show up. And you're right. It takes, we know from the inside, because we work with you, we know how much it takes the volunteers to help your department truly accomplish all that they have. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. So for the listeners and viewers who don't know, tell us about the Keep Douglasville program and how that works.
So the Keep Douglasville Beautiful program has been around since 2001, where the mayor and council established that. It's a Keep America Beautiful affiliate. And we just work in the community, making it more beautiful, making it greener, making it a place that people want to come and want to spend time out in the environment. We go into schools and we teach environmental education. We speak with organizations and businesses to see how they can, recycle more or maybe compost if they're interested in that, some of the local restaurants. And just different things that they can do to make our community a better place.
Excellent. And we see you everywhere. So you're involved and you're at all these
Yes.
events, but we see you guys around town all the time. Then you're working in the flower pots out front or working in the flower beds on the plaza and making sure everything looks good and it's pretty, but you're also focused on the recycling efforts, especially here in the city and all the stuff that we do as well. But you also have a whole lot of events to promote that kind of stuff. I know
We
we
do.
just had the Arbor Day celebration.
We did. Just
Right.
last week, we were celebrating Arbor Day. out at Hunter Park, and that was an all-day event. We had multiple classes. We had bonsai and grafting and composting, and then we ended up the day with our West Georgia Green Association meeting and brought in a representative from Georgia Power, Jeremy Greenberg, who spoke on hazardous tree mitigation. So we had a great full day celebrating Arbor Day.
Very nice, and that's an annual thing. We'll have that again next year.
It is part of. We are now a Tree City USA.
That's right.
And so every year, not only do we do a proclamation for Arbor Day, but we hold an Arbor Day event, and then we have a tree board now. So when residents have questions about trees in their yards that maybe they don't look right, or if they have issues with it, hey, I want to remove this tree. Is this okay by the city ordinance? Different things. So we have our tree board in place now to assist our residents.
And we have a qualified tree board too,
we do.
Right? We've got arborists and
we have certified arborists. We have just plant enthusiasts. We have people in our landscape design industries. We have all the components. They are professionals, all of them.
Right. It's nice that we have such a large. The community is really involved in Douglasville, and we have a large number of volunteers, so we can kind of focus their expertise like that. So we have enough people wanting to be involved that when we need volunteers for a tree board, we've got not just regular citizens who want to be involved, but we've got certified people who are experts in that area, which is awesome.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have the UGA Extension Office, Kevin Livingston, who is helping out, and they're a great partner in the community with us. And then we have Craig McManus, who actually received Man of the Year from Keep Georgia Beautiful this year, so we're really proud of him. We also have Scott Daniel, who served as the county's arborist for a short period of time. We have Randy Cooper, who served as the city arborist for a period of time. And then we also have somebody I'm forgetting, and they're going to kill me.
No, it'll come. It'll come in just a moment.
We've got them all on our city website.
And Matt Ducharme, who is with Alternative Environments. They are our landscape contractor for the city. So, sorry, Matt.
She got you in there, though.
That's right.
That's good.
And then coming up, you probably have some more events on the horizons, right?
We do. We're going into what we call Great American Cleanup season, and that runs March through May. It's a Keep America Beautiful initiative, and some of those components are beautification, recycling, litter abatement. We do have a litter enforcement workshop that we're doing on March 18th at the Douglasville Police Department at 9 a.m. It runs 9 to 12. It's intended for our law and code enforcements, but it is completely open to the public, and it will kind of tell you about what litter laws there are, and hopefully it will give the law and code enforcement some of the tools that they need to enforce those laws a little bit better and really help keep our streets clean.
And that was, if I'm recalling correctly, producer Steve and I actually went and filmed one of these litter enforcement classes a year or so ago with you guys.
We did.
Yeah.
We partnered with Keep Carrollton Beautiful and a couple of the other affiliates in the area. This is this upcoming workshop is with Keep Douglas County Beautiful and our police department as well. So we're partnering and also inviting area law enforcement and code enforcement officials to attend that. So anybody hearing this that's in one of those areas, feel free. This is completely open and available to anybody who would like to attend.
And while it's targeted for those, law enforcement type officers, as a general non-law enforcement type guy, going and watching the one that we filmed, it was very interesting just to see how they do what they do, what is allowed and what is not, and how they track down. When they talked about just the littering and how the law enforcement officers and code enforcement officers will track down those,
right, where that trash came from.
Use the clues and stuff within the trash that's left on the side of the road and stuff, and actually track down who's throwing it out.
Right, and those illegal dumping instances, yes.
All those kind of things. So it's little things like that. It was actually a really interesting day. Like I said, from somebody who's not really
It's very
In
informative.
Yeah.
And the instructor, Scott Carroll, is actually providing 3 post credit hours for those certified law and code enforcement officials. So those are great for when you have a certification that you need to keep those hours up. It's a great way to get it.
Excellent. All right. Well, that's awesome. You guys are always doing amazing stuff in the community, and you're constantly having events and different things going on out there. So thank you for coming out and joining us and telling us just a little bit about it. So.
If I can just mention our upcoming Spring Recycle event, which is April the 27th, so people can start kind of getting their items ready, gathering those things, collecting them from their basements and garages and attics. And we take everything that basically has metal content or plugs in, so any kind of electronics or scrap metal type items, from barbecue grills to lawn chairs and old tools and laptops or iPods or
big giant computer monitors.
Yeah, we will take monitors and TVs. There is a $5 fee for each of those, but we do take them. That's a lot less than having to haul it out to the landfill. Oh, yeah. So
that's definitely worth it. I had a couple of huge boat anchor type monitors.
So if you can get it to us, we can get rid of it. So.
Yeah, and that's a big event. Where does that happen?
That happens at First Presbyterian Church in their overflow parking lot there on Campbellton Street.
And right there by Freedom Island.
Right across from Freedom Island. Keep Douglasville Beautiful project, you're right. So that's happening April 27th, and we'll be out there from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you drop it off, we'll have people to unload your vehicle, just pull up. They'll do all the work for you. So
excellent.
No, they're always busy at those events.
Yeah,
I've covered some in the past. And
and we're keeping all that material out of the landfill, which is really the goal. Those items can then be resourced and reused, and
and it's fun because you're there, you pull up with your car, your little team, like little ants, they just get in there, they unload it, they put it where it goes, and then the car just pulls off, and everybody's very appreciative. Do they do donations as well?
We will accept donations. Yes, thank you.
So donations, and it just runs very smoothly.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been doing it we do it twice a year, once in the spring and once in the fall, and we've been doing it for a little over 10 years now. So it's one of our staple events.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Think that's good?
Yeah.
That's Keep Douglasville Beautiful. It's an awesome program, award-winning program. Obviously, you're getting recognized nationwide, so we don't need to brag on you too much. Obviously, you're getting that recognition. Well deserved.
Thank you.
So definitely thank you for joining us. We'll have you back again as we get closer to more of your events, because you guys are always having something coming up. So talk in more depth. But for this week, I think that probably covers us for the next couple of weeks, right? Excellent.
Got a lot going on always.
There's always something going on. If we miss some, and these are just kind of the city events. There's a lot of community events and other things that are going on as well. So there's always something going on in Douglasville. There's always something to plug into. But thank you guys for joining us here at the table. Thank everyone for tuning in and watching or listening. We do ask you to, again, just share out the podcast. Let people know that it's happening and where they can find it. You can find it on our website. We're always coming at you and trying to bring you all this information and giving kind of a one-way conversation here. So what we want to do is we want to hear back from the community. We want to hear what you think of the show, and maybe something that you know of that's going on in the community that we weren't aware of. So we have set up an email address specifically for the show. So if you want to let us know of something that's going on, or just tell us what you think about us, you can email us at impact@douglasvillega.gov and let us know that way. Or you can always leave a comment in anywhere on the podcast or the video show. You can leave comments. Visit us on Facebook and leave comments there. So as much as possible, we want to create a two-way dialogue with the community. So you can tell us what we're missing, what events maybe that are going on that we missed, or anything that's just amazing that's going on in our community. We have a lot of really great things happening, people out there doing great things that we would like to highlight, the impact that they're making on our community. So if we don't know about it, we can't highlight it. So if there's something amazing going on, let us know. You can email us again at impact@douglasvillega.gov, or visit the website, visit social media, and let us know that way. All right. I think that wraps it up. And until next time, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.